Right. Let's start with the class. So, meantime, you guys provide me your details. Let me share the screen. Okay. So, just provide your details at the meantime, your name, your phone number, and
Hi, Vinay. Hello.
uh,
You just started now, no? Correct.
yeah, it just started now. We'll start now.
Okay.
Right. So, meantime, just provide your details. I'll be sharing my other window. So. So whoever is joined just now, please share your details. We will start a class in a few minutes. And these are the certifications. Let me share you that screen. Okay, these are the certifications. We'll discuss that one by one. All right. So please share your details in the meantime. And I hope everyone is for Azure Cloud, Azure BI. Anyone who is looking for a Fabric or any Power BI, any other services. So please tell me so that I can guide you. So myself, I'm taking the three modules, MSB, Azure, and Fabric. So Vinay sir is going to take the Power BI, and there is a Sridhar sir is there who is going to take about the SQL Server, and some other sirs are there who's going to take on multiple different modules in Vinay Tech. Right. So as of now, currently I'm taking a batches that is Microsoft Fabric in the morning sessions start with 7 a.m. to three batches is going on 8 a.m. and 9 a.m. So recently we have started. That means we're going to start from Monday 7 a.m. for Fabric. And there is a Microsoft Azure. We are going to start. There is a 6 p.m. batch is going on. We have a 7 p.m. I just there, and we have now 8 a.m. free slot for 8 p.m. Okay, sorry, 8 p.m. right? 8 p.m. slot. So currently we have a slot for 8 p.m. We are going to discuss about this three. I'm going to take about this three modules in currently in Vinay Tech from last 10 years. But due to multiple batches on these two modules, we had one more trainer who is going to take on MSBA model. That is SSIS, SSRS, and SSES three modules. This is called MSBA stack, right? Oh, so coming to the background myself, I was started working with Wipro almost like I have level plus years of experience into IT. I'm completely worked only for the Microsoft products, whether it is a MSBI, SQL Server, Azure Cloud, Fabric, or a Power BI. I just familiar with this Microsoft product. Anyone know why we love about Microsoft products? Any particular reason? What is a common in those products? Anyone know? What makes different the Microsoft product and the other BI tools in the market? Anyone have any knowledge on that? Yes, yes. Okay. Easy to access. Anybody can go for this course, guys. Okay. I'm just telling you for prerequisite. For prerequisite, you must require basic SQL. Okay, I'm just mentioning, guys. So some other institute they don't mention this. We required basic SQL for this process. You go any BI tool in the market. You go any BI tool in the market. We required must basic knowledge. Without basic of SQL, please don't apply for any BI tools because as we are currently in the AI world market, right? So due to that, many lakhs of jobs currently it is not available for multiple different profiles. Our data engineer, our BI process is something like still evergreen. Evergreen in the sense we have more requirements on BI developer side, right? We have more jobs, more opportunity. I'll show you. I'm not talking on the fly. I'll show you the Naukri profile. I'll show you other portals, right? Then you can take your decisions. Okay. So whatever the BI tools you're learning in the market, whether it is a Power BI, MSBI, SSIS, Tableau, ClickView, Informatica, SAP tool, or you're trying to move to other tools from your profile to other profile, you must need to have basic knowledge in SQL. I'm not asking you to write a lengthy code, but you need to know what is DDL command, DML command, what is view, what is basic procedures, what is the functions, what is the strings. So if you don't know about this, please don't go for any BI developer position and don't apply for any interviews without having a knowledge on this basic knowledge, because in the interview also he will come for the 40 to 55 minutes. In that 40 to 55 minutes I am going to give you 100% surety that he will ask 10 minutes in SQL knowledge. You're going to check 10 minutes SQL knowledge. He will keep your profile side. He will test your knowledge in SQL, basic SQL. right? So you need to have must knowledge on SQL. Let's coming back to my profile. So I worked with a Wipro, I worked with IBM. You can go and see my LinkedIn profile with the same name. Okay, you will find my profile in the LinkedIn. You will find the profile in many other places. Okay, and as well as I currently working as a team lead assistant manager under one of the company called Digitron. I'm working here as for telecommunication project in multiple different profile, APAC and EMEA region with the different operators. Different operators. You know what is the operator? We have in India like Airtel. We have a BSNL, Geo. Like this, I'm currently associated with BSNL, Orido, Orange, MTN, and what do you call Movidel, and many other operators like that. Same way how we have in India, similar kind of the operators we deal with other countries. So that data we maintain and that information we process in terms of business, in terms of reports, in terms of data processing. But we are not talking about the process of just reporting. In this profile, we will see what exactly happened in the backend before going to the decision making. See, BI have many other tools in the market. I told you first question why we love about the Microsoft product. Because the Microsoft product is something, it's give you a user friendly operations. What it means user friendly operations. Even you come from the background as non-technical background, you come from non-technical background, still you can work as a technical with graphical user interface. You take any product of Microsoft, whether it is a cloud product, whether it is a on-premises product, whether it is MSVI, SQL Server, any product you take, it also target the customers who come from the non-technical background, no technical background, like a BPO, MIS, already you're working in other profile, other technologies, still you can move into this profile. That is called non-technical process. So whatever you're working in the company, work with that company, no problem. When you're switching a company, take the skills, go with that experience. I'm not going to suggest you to keep experience, just go as it is, whatever experience you have. They just in the interviewer, they will see your skills. Then later the process of the experience handle. So this is very, very important, right? Now let's coming back to the process. Very simple. We planned this demo. Two demo I planned, demo one and demo two. Obviously, in demo one, I'm going to give you overview about the Azure so that you'll get more idea. So what is cloud? You may have a doubt in your mind. Cloud is means something you're storing in white color cloud. No, you are storing physically somewhere else. But you are acting like a virtually, like your Google Drive. What is a Google Drive? G Drive. You will have up to 15 GB, right? 15 GB Google is giving you to store your photos, images, documents, right? Documents, files, some other things. Have you ever observed where they are storing the data? Have you seen physically where it is storing?
No, in Google storage.
No.
Obviously, we don't know where they are storing it. But yes, we are acting like a virtually wherever the network is there, from there we are connecting it and we're accessing the data. Similarly, our Microsoft is released one store. The store name is Azure. In that Azure, we can purchase any kind of services. Not only about storages, you can purchase The other licenses like SQL Server, database, data warehouse, ETL, reporting, managing the other services, virtual machines. So here, the almost half of the infrastructure cost is reduced. That is what the people are moving migration from on-premises to cloud. What is happening here? See, this is rapidly increased after the COVID incident happened. You see any companies without having a cloud knowledge, they're not anybody here is Power BI developer. So for the reporting developer, they must know what is happening in backend with the data. If you don't know about what is happening in the backend, the reporting job is currently not available in the market. Still, as a BI developer, you have a scope next to 10 years, but after 10 years, you have to upgrade your skill advanced level into data science also. But as of now, up to 10 years, we can predict our jobs still alive because this is only the market which not completely adopted by your AI. But next 10 years, you have to upgrade how we can utilize this tool with AI. If you don't upgrade in next 10 years, then somebody will replace you who know the AI. Simple. But still, the AI is not completely adopted our process. We are connecting only the in case of any such errors are there, we are connecting with AI, which give you quickly resolution, which quickly give you answer. With that answer, with that process, we are fixing it. But it is not completely adopted in our process. That is a we can take a rest in that place because it is not eating our job right now, AI. So you can still have a lot of scope in the BI process, in the BI development. If you see Java, .NET, C Sharp, their scope is completely down. Earlier, we are having 10 people in a team, developer, 10 people in a team. We don't have a job now. We are only working with only one or two developers, not more than that. Correct? Not only in my company, any company you go, cost cutting is there. Because of cost cutting, they are saying a layoff. So we are not only about focusing on the Azure part, also I'm going to take you the module called SSIS, very, very important detail. So you have to know the knowledge on not only about the Azure cloud, you also have to you have to know about why we are moving towards the cloud. What was the drawback in earlier tool? We are working from last 20 years in on-premises, SSIS model. What is the challenges there? Why we are moving towards the cloud? We have to understand this. This is the first question the interview will ask: why cloud? What is the use of the cloud? Why can't you do the same process in on-premises? Right? So in the second level, you will get to know that answer. I'm going to show you practically the process, how to implement the end-to-end process. End-to-end process I'm going to show you guys so that you will understand the actually process. Where is my notepad? Right. So this is my end-to-end process called medallion architecture. Before going to this medallion architecture, you have to understand what are the services that we are going to cover in our data engineering process, Azure data engineering process. So we are not just focusing on the particular one tool. We are focusing on many other tools. What is the many other tools? Right? The many other tools are like Data Factory. That is a main important key factor here. Data Factory, Data Lake, right? Data Lake. Let me give you the list. I'm going to show you practically coming session. Okay, so first we'll understand what is actually a BI process. We'll understand. I'll show you a diagram so that I know there is many people who come from the non-technical background. They'll understand, sir, where we use this tool. We are not developing any software here. We already working the developed tools. Already there are developed tools are there. In the market, there are developed tools are there, BI tools. We are just learning that tool, how to utilize in our project. And with that tool, what is the benefit to the business? Why they are hiring you? Why they are paying you lakhs of salaries? If a 10 years of experience person is having that, they are actually getting a package of 28 to 30 lakhs just of having a 10 years of experience, right? I'm not saying this on the fly. It is completely with the data I'm showing you. All right. So before going to this, we'll understand first process. Process is very important. We are here to learn something. So before going to this in detail level, practical level, first we'll understand where we use these tools in the real time. You need to understand where exactly use this and how we are going to use this. What is the benefit to the business? When there is no benefit, just hiring a developer, what is the use? You are giving some input, you are getting the business getting something benefit, then only they'll keep you. Otherwise, you will be simply lay off. So reporting people nowadays, their job is very risk. Reporting developers, their jobs are very risk. Can you tell me why it is risk? Reporting jobs. Anyone know why? Anybody use Copilot?
Because LLMs.
LLMs and Copilot is anybody used? Copilot tool. So entire ad hoc request is doing by Copilot when you connect your reports. Anyone know what is meant by ad hoc request?
Immediate request.
Indeed request.
Immediate request. My manager came and asking me the data for the last 2025, the revenues. He's asking the revenues immediately. He's asking me to do a 2025 revenue monthly by split. He want to see the data and he want to do some more analysis. Copilot is doing your job. The Copilot is doing your work. He's preparing a data, he's creating a job, he's creating a graph, everything in the reporting level. And you will be under risk when you have AI is at. I'm not saying it is a risk, but you don't know how to utilize the AI with your tools, then you will be in risk. Right? So the nowadays the reporting job is only available when you know the additional skills like ETL. You see any portal, any job requirement, you are applying a reporting like SSRS or Power BI or any other reporting tool, they are asking you in the roles and responsibilities, you must have a knowledge on at least any ETL tool. Because when the developer is not there, you have to work on backend process. So you will be treated as inactive developer. So there will be active developer who is working on backend. When that person is not available, you will be treated like a backup for that person in the companies. Otherwise, will be risk. Just having one skill will not sufficient currently in the market. If you want to stay long, then you have to learn multiple skills. Multiple skills means I'm not saying you go and learn the new things. Learn the things which is add on to your existing skills. Whatever you're working, work with that, no problem. You work with the skills. Whatever you're working in your company, work with that, no issues. But additional to that skills, what will be useful? In the additional to that, what will be useful? Just add on that skills. If it is a AI, add on to that. If it is a high level of skills like Azure and Fabric, you can add on to this as well. Okay, we'll see that. Let's see the actually VA process. So I'll not go very much technical today because I know there are many people who don't know about all the services. It will be completely feel like complex. Okay, will not go much technical today. I have many diagram to show you so that by seeing this you maybe will not understand at this point. because as the reporting will come at the last. Here you are sitting here. But before that, what are the processes are there? What are the process? How the engine runs? This process we are learning now. Whether it is on premises, we are doing the same process. Whether it's a cloud, we are doing the same process. The names are different. There we are calling staging, landing air, or the pre-EDW data warehouse layer. Here we are calling the names like medallion architecture called bronze layer, silver layer, gold layer, and we are creating those schemas as well. So this is one of the architecture called medallion, and how going to be created we'll understand. Before going to this architecture, first understand the process where exactly using the companies. Anyone know what is exactly the BI means? Anyone know what is BI?
Business intelligence from
Integration.
raw data into the meaningful, create the meaningful of insights.
Create the meaningful insights
Into readable format, maybe according to the requirement.
Maybe converted into the correct format. Okay.
BI is a technology which is used to analyze the data and deliver it to external information to any business reportings and managers.
It allows user to connect to various data source actually.
Okay, it's connect to the data to the multiple different sources you can bring and process it. How it helps to the business?
Like to create a reporting purpose actually.
Reportings, okay.
Mostly we can use for like data visualization, reporting, and dashboard.
Data can be in any format. So it make to data in a like perfect and readable format. So make some dashboard, something like a reporting.
Dashboards, data may be any format, dashboard visualizations. Dashboard visualizations, different formats. You people are talking about at the last side. This is the last portion of your reporting where a client is sitting here. Client is sitting here. Client is required some report. BM is just a report. User is required some report. Should I hire only the report developer? There is a report people here who is sitting here reports, developers. SSRS report, Power BI report, Tableau report, Cognos. These are the different type of reports developers who are in the company. Power BI, Tableau, or Cognos. Right? Anyone know Tableau, Cognos? Those are also reporting tools and other reports like SSRS and other so and so reports. BI means it's not just a report, right? BI means end-to-end process. You have to do end-to-end process. You are just working in this module. You are sharing the reports. That I understand. We understand this is process something. You are sharing the report, visualizations, right? That is different case. So before that, what business is required? So here is very important is business decisions. Business decisions. Obviously, yes, you will go through the report, no doubt, the high level informations. You'll give that. The business decision, when it is a business decisions, when you provide a proper information. How you provide a proper information? When your backend team works properly. When the backend team works the process correctly. What is a backend process? we called end-to-end process. You are just not a reporting. I can do that reporting. Earlier, we don't have any Power BI. You know what was the tool we are using earlier? Anyone know? Anyone work with Excel? Anyone work with Excel? You have know the Excel reports having a graphical user interface. You have a pivot report. You have a charts, graph, everything we have in the Excel. Why we are moved to the reporting in like Power BI?
More presentable.
Visualizations. Okay, got it. Right. Let me explain you the process. Let's example. Let's take your D-Mart or Walmart, whatever the mart, supermarket. As the person visit to the market, what he is going to do, he purchase a product, right? The products may be any product. That maybe when you see the moment you purchase a product, you have to be do a billing, right? When you do a billing, you may be seeing in the billing counter there will be some application which is developed in Java, .NET. That is not our headache. So the moment you do a barcode of that product, immediately that information will capture like product details, the price details, the quantity, the discount amount, the sales amount, and many other operations. The moment you purchase with your phone number and all, you will be submitting that information to where that information will store in the live storages. The live storages depend on your company to company. It may be a store in the files, it may be stored in a Parquet file, it may be stored in any other format file. They may be stored in the databases like SQL, MySQL, MariaDB, MS SQL DB, anything. Or the data may be stored in some other storages. We don't know. And these storages may be a different formats. It may be a structure, uh, it may be a semi, it may be unstructured, whatever the format is. We're not bothering about the format. If I give you Power BI or any reporting team, if I give you, there is a country data is there. If I ask you, there is a country data, country India region is there. It is coming JSON format. USA data is there. It is coming in a Parquet format. What is that Parquet format? Or UK data, it is coming in database. Can you do the? Can you implement the process? Can you generate a report? And my client is asking to do a decisions. They want to see country-wise revenue. He wants to do analysis on country-wise revenue. Can you generate the report now? I'm asking the people who have come from Power BI background. Can we generate this method? If yes, please tell me. If your data is coming as a JSON, Parquet, CSV, database, my client is asking me each country-wise sales, but the data is in different formats, different locations. I'm just showing you one location, one server, one supermarket. That supermarket in multiple different places. Right? So it's quite difficult. I'm not saying you cannot do, you can do. One time is called ad hoc, you can do one time. One time, two times you can do. You cannot work with multiple big data every day. Everyday transactions, you cannot work like that. You need to have the process of BI. That is what the BI developers are getting paid lakhs of salary to manage this process end to end. Lakhs of salaries they're getting. They are nowadays they are charging lakhs of salaries, and they are getting it. They're getting it. 10 plus years experience is easily getting 30 lakhs. Very simple process. So they are making the processing system. They're doing data processing system by using the ETL operations. Very, very simple operations. So instead of doing manually here, we are going to work on automation, scheduling operations, automation. You're going to just develop one time, like pipeline you're going to develop, like packages you're going to develop, the data factory ETL you're going to develop, that going to extract the data from a different format. It's going to do a transformations. It's going to load wherever you want. So that data we are staging here called data lake. So where all these names are coming, I'll tell you that. So earlier we called staging layer, but now in the terms of we call data lake generation 2. So what is the generation 1? We'll discuss that. And here also when you're moving, we required data processing tool. When you move from data, here what is the data? Data is in natural format. What is the natural format? The raw data, like in JSON, JSON Parquet, whatever it is. We have data. From that, we connect our transformations. What is the transformation? The transformations may be your by using data flow activities, by using your data bricks operations, by using your analytics, by using your other operation summary data. For that, again, we required ETL operations. We required ETL operations. Whether whatever the module you go, whether you are working with a concept called data flow, whether you're working with kind of data bricks, or whether you're working with some Power Query, or whether you're working with summarized databases. So once the process is done, we are going to dump this data in your data warehouse. And for that also, we need to have ETL processing tool. So this is my actually the final layer of your database called data warehouse. And earlier for a business systems like a JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, Henkel, those are completely deal with the inventories, products. So those companies also manage the process called SSES model called Cubes database to analyze their products into multiple different dimensions. They will use the one more method of called analysis services called Cubes. And from Cubes, you can do your processing the data in your database. For that also you require ETL operations, database, Cube database. And here also we require ETL operations. Here also you require ETL operations. You see how much work that you have in the ETL operations, not only just sitting the level of reporting, you have many other places. So now you can attach your data, which is actually a process data. Some people, what they do in the Power BI, they will create a semantic model. You no need to create semantic model. It is ready to use. We are going to help you semantic model also. Then what is your other work? We will help you the semantic model. Anyone know what is semantic model? So semantic model, anyone know star schema, snowflake schema, galaxy schema? You are doing a cardinalities in your Power BI reports or any other reports. So we are giving you ready to use. We are giving you ready to use. So what is then difference in a cloud and on-premises? The same thing we are doing in on-premises also. What is the difference in cloud? Right? You may
Yes,
have a doubt.
maintenance.
Right? Yes, maintenance, the infrastructure. I'll take your all your questions, guys. Just keep me posted. I will answer all your doubts. Again, I'll give you some time also. Don't worry. So, yes, the not only about maintenance, the cost. Yes, definitely it varies on maintenance. The more important here is the license cost. If you want to work with database, what do you need to use? You need to use SQL Server license. Can you see anywhere in the OLX SQL Server license selling in second hand? Can we purchase some second hand license somewhere in any other company? SQL Server license? SQL Server license is very costly, guys. You people are just practicing with a developer edition, I guess. Or maybe you're working with express editions, or maybe you're working with evaluation edition. But in companies, we use enterprise license. We work with enterprise license, guys. It is not a free of cost. You have to purchase the keys, you have to purchase the license, you have to purchase the product key. Without that, you cannot claim the support from Microsoft and their standard, the securities. Not only about I'm targeting to SQL Server, any product you cannot purchase. Anybody can go and install a free version of OS Windows operating system. You require system, you require license, you require operating system complete license. So what Microsoft is saying you that very simple, you no need to purchase license. You take license from us, you take license from others, you no need to purchase. Microsoft giving you for a free up to $200 up to 1 month free. They're giving you free of cost. Free of cost. $200 they're giving you 1 month for free of cost. But what they are saying you, from where you can get this free claim, they created a name called the store name you can claim from store called Azure. They given a place called Azure, a portal. From there you can purchase any kind of product that you want for your project. I want virtual machine, a system, I want physical system. I don't want in on-premises, I want physical system here in cloud. I want storages. I want big storages. You know how it is difficult to maintain the storages in on-premises? Anyone have been gone through the data center anywhere? If you don't know about the data center, just if you are in Hyderabad, just feel that experience backside to the in-orbit one. There is a big data center there for all companies, most of the companies, including the SBI company, they store the data center over there. This data storage is there. So data storages in your company, if you want have, let's example, 1 TB storage that you want to maintain, and suddenly your transactions got increased. Your capacity of your system is up to 1 TB. Can you increase one more 1 TB? 2 TB can you increase in your system? Take your laptop only. You have a 1 TB capacity of your configurations. I'm trying to connect one more TV. Your system completely will get lagged. Performance issues, degradations. I'm not saying it is not going to support. When you attach, you see the performance. Similarly, in a cloud also, or in a companies also, when you want to increase the capacity, it is something like you need a multiple approvals. And not about the approvals, the exact requirements. And it is very difficult to claim that storage easily. So what they do a backups. They archive the backups. But here, anytime you can upgrade or downgrade or increase or decrease whatever the scale that you want. Okay, whatever the scale you want, up to 1 TB or 2 TBs, easily you can perform. Okay, you can scale. What is that? You can perform the scale up to 1 TB, 2 TB, as so as you can want. You can increase and decrease. When the transactions are not there, you can decrease as well. When transactions are there, you can increase at the same time, and just in one click. Similarly, you take about the SQL Server database. You no need to purchase the license cost. You no need to purchase the license cost. They are giving you to ready to use, and they are giving you multiple different features. multiple different features ready to use. So their store is called portal.azure.com, and also the ETL operations, very powerful nowadays in the current market. ETL operations. Why? Because it support all type of connectors, all type of sources, all type, structure, semi-structure, unstructured, any data. But in on-premises, in terms of data, we store only structured one. Most of the work we do on structured format. But here, when it comes to the cloud, we store any format of data, guys. I'll show you practically so that you'll get more idea what exactly. This will be doing entire process in our Azure cloud and completely virtually. What you required, nothing you required to start your project, guys. You just required one system or one laptop and one internet, one Azure account. That's it. Three things are required: one system, one account, one internet. You can start your own projects. And Microsoft giving you for a free 200 USD dollars up to around like 18 to 19,000 credits in INR, which is for 1 month, 30 days for free for new users. To claim this, first you need to create azure.com. You have to go. Okay, you want to see? Let's jump to the azure.com. So simply try to connect azure.com. And I want to start with Azure. Can you see here? They are giving you the free for 1 month. Can you see the Netflix, Amazon Prime? They're giving you for watching a movies 1 month free. And after that, what they are going to tell you? So do you want to add a subscription for more 1 month? You have to pay. That is subscription. Here we call pay as you go. This is my subscription. In Azure, we call this is a subscription, monthly payment, which companies use. Even I'm going to show you with the pay as you go only, no free account. For your practicing, you can go with free. This is called pay as you go. So the moment you sign up, you will be logging to portal.azure.com. Portal.azure.com. Can you see here? This is my actually development portal. There is no hidden portal that I'm going to show you different. In real time, we go with the different. No. Whatever portal we work here, the same portal we work in the real time. Right? It is not like a practice is different, real time is different. My sessions will be completely a practical with explanations. So these are like services. These are like services. Machine you want, go ahead, create machine. I want Windows operating system, I will create. I want Mac, I want Linux. Any operating system you want, you can create any sort of operating system. Microsoft Fabric, Azure, storages. This is like a Google Drive. You store and very limited and very minimum amount is there, guys. When I compare with my iCloud, is more charging the iCloud in iPhone. There's very minimum charges. And the type also is here. Type means the frequently access the data. Frequently means you use the data regularly or irregularly or just maintaining a backup. That is basis on that it charges the amount. That is called storages. And storage is also Microsoft take caring about the backups. That is called Azure Storage Redundancy. any service, Microsoft will take care about your backups. What is a backup? If tomorrow your system is gone, your laptop system, take your laptop only when tomorrow your laptop is got corrupted, who is going to retrieve your data? In the real time, also in on-premises, if your data is gone, loss. But here, Microsoft is going to take care about the your backup because you also working for some other client. That is not your own project. You are working for some other client, and their client project you're working it, and you are taking a reference of Microsoft product. You are taking the reference of Microsoft. So the three copies of data they'll maintain. There is a concept called LRS, GRS, ZRS. This is called local redundancy process. There is a zone redundancy process. In India, we have different states in Bangalore, Chennai, Pune, Gurgaon. Three different states, they'll maintain the three copies of data. If any state is got inactive or active, these are like log shipping process, we can say. Anyone DBA is here? So these are like DBA terminologies. This is like something like in nearby country, region wise. In India, what is a nearby country? Pakistan, Bangladesh. Those are like nearby countries. We maintain. And there's a combination, zone and geographical. We maintain three locations in India, and nearby country, whatever the location is there, we maintain the three copies of data. So this all like you no need to take headache of those things. You no need to take any headache of those things. You just work with the service. Do you want to see this is my subscription as pay as you go? I have two subscription. I'm using two accounts, but as of now, I'm maintaining this as a very inactive account. It is active only, but very rarely I'm accessing this account. I'll show you one more account. This is my actually billing. These are my actually billing. Which is I think so user. Let me jump to another account. I'll show you that account. Azure Fabric at gmail.com. Where is Azure Fabric? Can you see here? Azure Fabric, Azure Fabric. No. Let me check. So this is my another pay as you go account. So there will no name. We can rename any name, your company name. You can register with your company name, any name. Anytime you can rename. This is called pay as you go subscription. And this is my, you can see, don't worry, I'm going to give you detail level all these options. But as of now, tomorrow we'll see practical examples so that you will get more idea, guys. Just I am showing you the subscription, how it charges billing. So this is my actually admin account, unique ID, subscription ID, my current cost, which is recently paid, and the last billings you want to see, the cost analysis. This is called cost analysis of my billing subscription. In generally, you take your what do you call? You take example like a Tata Sky. What you do there? How much services you want to use, you have to pay for that channels, right? Am I correct? So how many channels you use, you have to pay. Here, instead of channels, we call resources services. And what is the services? These are the services. These are my services. Let me see some last 3 months. Last 3 months. Or can I go some last 6 months? Very minimum amount. Can you see this is my projects? And these are my services. Data Factory, I use one channel, database, storages, virtual machines, some gateways, Microsoft Fabric, virtual machines, and many more logic app and other services. Excuse me. Those are my actually channels, or we say resources, or we say services, or softwares, you can say. Generally, we don't call software. The good name is services or resources. So this is called drill through report. The moment you click on this, the 596 rupees where it is charged, in which service it is charged. The 596 amount is there in INR where it is charged. This is called drill through report, and analyzing the more in detail level. Because tomorrow my manager asks me, sir, this is taking more money, then I can see how can I optimize the process. You have to understand that. Optimization. For each run, you have to pay the cost. You don't need to pay from your pocket. Everything is free. Clear? So I am going to show you practically in the tomorrow's class, guys. Okay. So it will be very interesting. You just be with me. I'll be showing you practical in tomorrow's class, and I'll show you the job details also in the next session. So the people who are interested for going a certificate, anyone here who's joining from other India? Anyone here who is joining from other country other than India? No, right? Okay. So because to be frank, in India, we don't focus on certificates. Okay. Please don't focus on more certificates. Focus on the technical part. Nobody will ask you certification. In the current situation in India, we know the process. If you want certification, easily you can write a certificate. There's no problem. But in India, in Telangana or in any south side, they're purely asking a technical knowledge. Purely technical, the process, the step by step they're asking. So certification will not much matter in your resume. Okay, up to the mark you can get it scheduled, but after that your resume will be kept aside and is asking what is required. So nobody will see your certification until you are in the higher level position. Simple as that. So if people are interested, yes, definitely you can go for the DP 203, 600, 700. These are like certifications you can apply for directly from Microsoft end. Okay, if you want more details about this, we can discuss one-to-one in the next coming sessions. So mostly you have to apply for associate or analyst or data engineer. Only 3 certification you can go for that, which I suggest. All right, any questions?